have been talking about the many ways that we can help the earth. And we have been talking about those 3 specific R words. Who can remember them? Say at least one of them out loud, of those 3 R words that we use in our science, that we talk about, that we're talking about pollution, that helps us reduce the amount of pollution. Oh, Miss Sparks might have just said one. Oh no, that's okay. It will help us out. So one of the 3 R's, Miss Sparks just said one, but what is another one? What is another one? It has that special sign that we either throw things in the trash or we throw them in the blank bin. Yes, recycle. So we have reduce, recycle, and then there's that other thing that you use something else and change it around. So you don't throw something away, you make it into something else. Right, you reuse something. So we have reduce, reuse, and recycle. We've talked about the differences in what you will throw away and what you'll recycle. For example, Miss Sparks has a glass jar. Now, would that go in the trash or would that go in the recycle bin? Yes, it would go in the recycle bin because glass you can recycle. This brings me into a great segue, great point to point out that we're going to be talking about and what you're going to do for your assignment. It's going to be another Flipgrid video. Now, I know some of us were a little nervous about the Flipgrid video from before, and I know Miss Sparks, she's really super comfortable now with creating videos and uploading them to you guys, but I can understand that it's going to be a little scary. So just know that it's just me, it's just Miss Sparks that looks at them, and I just want to see you talk about reduce, reuse, and recycling, and how you do one of those things. That is it. So I just wanted to say that because I didn't say that in the video, in the Flipgrid for the instructions. But remember, it's just Miss Sparks that does it. So I want us to come up so that you guys have some ideas for your Flipgrid of how can you show Miss Sparks how you recycle. How can you show me that you recycle? Now, some of you are saying, well, I have a specific recycling bin that I throw it in. And that is great because Miss Sparks does well. So she's going to journey, and it's a little bit dark. I apologize for that. She's going to turn on the light here soon so you can see. Here we go. So Miss Sparks has a specific place in her garage that she puts her things that she can recycle. Now, yes, you're going into Miss Sparks' garage, so let's get here. Because I want to show you, now this can be an example of recycling. So you'll see over here, and there's a lot of recycle right here. So this is the area that I put my recycling in. So you can have a video of you recycling, which means I recycle by putting all the things that can be recycled in a specific place. And then you take it and put it outside on the street or something, whatever. Miss Sparks has to take it to a dumpster. So that's how that works. Now, that's an example of how you recycle, that you save those things that need to be recycled and then throw them or put them into a bin. Maybe something comes to collect it, like the recycle people come and get it. So that is recycling. Now, what about, oh, while Miss Sparks is standing up, what about reducing? So that's lowering the amount that you use something. So maybe you're saying to yourself, well, maybe when I'm not brushing my teeth, I'll turn off the water. That's a great example. Or when you're doing dishes, if that's part of your chores, to just turn off the water. Another way that you can show me is, Miss Sparks, I reduce the amount of energy I use by turning off the lights when I'm not in the room. So when I leave, I turn off the lights. So that is a great way to reduce. Now, that reuse. Miss Sparks, I don't know how you reuse anything. How are we supposed to reuse anything? We can reuse things in so many different ways. Now, you can save, like the toilet paper rolls and the paper towel rolls. You can create all these fun little animals out of those. But Miss Sparks does this, and she had just washed her. So I use a lot of jam or jellies because Miss Sparks always eats a peanut butter and jelly sandwich for lunch. So she goes through a lot of jam jars and jelly jars. So instead of throwing them out or just putting them in the recycle, which is where they should go, the recycle bin, instead of putting them in the recycle bin, what I do is I wash them out, of course, and then I use this to put other food in. So say I made some salad dressing, some ranch dressing. Oh, I love some ranch dressing on some pizza. So say I made some ranch dressing. Instead of putting it in one of those plastic containers or a plastic bag, I put it in one of these because I already have it. It's right there. I can make dressings. You could put, what else could you put in here? You could put candy in here if you want to. What else can you put in there? You could put milk in here if you have a small amount. Or leftover foods if you have anything, some mac and cheese. I know this one's a little small, but she does have bigger ones as well that she saves, especially like spaghetti jars, spaghetti sauce jars. These are great things that you can save and then use them to put other food in. So that's how Miss Sparks reuses that. I'm sure you guys are going to have such better ways to reuse things as well. So we have our 3 R's. R, reduce, which we talked about, maybe turning the water off, turning your lights off, or maybe not spending so much time in the shower, even though it's so nice and warm, which Miss Sparks does too sometimes. She needs to reduce that. Or talk about recycling, taking the things that are supposed to be recycled and put them in a separate area so that you can take them to the recycle bin. And then reusing. So you take something and then you reuse it, meaning that you change it and to make it into something else. So our Flipgrid assignment is you are going to just film, just like Miss Sparks is doing right now, how you either reduce, reuse, or recycle. So once you get to the Flipgrid, there's an example of me doing it as well, which is pretty much just this video, but just a little bit shorter. So hopefully that gave you some ideas and how you can think about how you reduce, reuse, and recycle, because we know once we do that, it helps the earth stay nice and clean and healthy, which is what we need it to be.